Hello, my name is Brooke Wigmore. I'm currently working at State and Maine Windermere and taking classes at Lakeline College. Right now, I'm majoring in sign language interpreting. I decided to sign this video because thanks to my major, I'm privy to a beautiful visual language that is American Sign Language, otherwise known as ASL. And I wanted to show you this language by bringing you into my world. I wanted to discuss the topic of cultural diversity and also acceptance and encouragement of cultural and individual differences. The reason I wanted to talk about this is because of my major, I've had some exposure to see a minority group, which is a group of deaf people, that sometimes face discrimination or oppression. And from seeing this oppression, I've learned to be more open-minded and more accepting of people for their differences, their individual differences, and their cultural differences. I've learned this by recognizing that every person identifies with their own race, culture, and even personal experiences that have shaped them to be who they are now, and everyone has something that they can teach you. From my experience within the company, I've noticed that one of Franworks' values and one of my personal values are very similar. My value of inclusion and acceptance of differences has also been demonstrated throughout the Franworks team. One of the ways that this value has been demonstrated is evident by looking at the diverse staff and family that Franworks has created. If you go into any of the State and Maine's or Original Joe's or even the Elephant and Castles and looking at the staff, you'll see a very diverse group of people. And Franworks has created a place for everyone to feel welcome and free and safe to be who they are. Another example of how Franworks has displayed their open-mindedness and acceptance of individual differences and cultural differences took place this summer. It was demonstrated when the State and Maine and Original Joe's was involved with Pride Week. The LGBTQ community is another minority group that often faces oppression and discrimination. And as a member of this community, I'm proud to be a part of a company that is supportive of the LGBTQ community. Being a part of this event was a significant way for the company to show their support of this community within our city. As I explained before, my value of acceptance and encouragement of different cultures is very important to me. And within my time here at State and Maine Windermere, I've been able to acquire a couple different groups of deaf individuals that come in because they're aware that when I'm working, I'm able to provide them with instant communication access in their first language. And their first language, of course, is ASL, American Sign Language. When they come in and I'm on shift, oftentimes they'll sit in my section, and if not, I make sure to go over and visit them and show them that I am grateful and very appreciative for their dedication to me and also to the restaurant. I believe that they come into State and Maine for a couple different reasons. The first one being instant communication access in American Sign Language that I'm able to provide for them, and the second one being that they come because they enjoy the environment and they come and get to enjoy the food without any communication delays, and it's just easier for them. Another way that I'm able to show my support for the deaf community through State in Maine happened last March. For the first time ever, there was a huge event that happened for the deaf community. And this event was a deaf community member being able to sign our national anthem at an Oilers game. And it was the first time that this has ever happened, so it was a big deal for the deaf community. I remember that I was working that day, and all day my supervisor and bartender had to listen to my anticipation for watching this interpretation take place at an Oilers game for the first time ever, just because it was such a big deal and it was monumental for the deaf community. I remember when I was done work, the supervisor and bartender told me that they decided to turn all the TVs on to the interpretation so that we could watch the hockey game together. I was really excited for that. I sat at the bar with some other staff members and we waited with anticipation, just excited for this hockey game to start. And as we were waiting, I noticed one of my groups of deaf regulars came in. They knew that because I work there, that they have an advocate for the deaf community within the organization, and that I'm able to show my support for the deaf community freely. So when they came in, they were really excited when they noticed that the TVs were on the channel for them to watch one of their friends interpret "O Canada" for the first time ever. It was a really exciting moment. I'm really happy that this organization is willing to support my passions and my values. And now the doors have been opened for the deaf community to feel welcome into our organization and into our FranWorks family. FranWorks means being able to be part of an organization in a community that supports and respects each individual for being simply who they are, because we're a team. Thank you for watching my video.